Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much again for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. Another look here again at Cardano, see what's going on. We are seeing some nice range-bound activity here. Generally, these kind of rectangles will provide further increase, okay, because it derived from the bottom, similar to a flag pattern where it shoots up, starts to consolidate in a lower low, lower high pattern and takes off. In this case here, a little different. It's a rectangle, essentially moving sideways, range-bound. Generally speaking, you don't see a shift momentum, especially after how it kind of got here, if that makes sense. Right. All things considered too, the market's looking pretty decent unless Bitcoin takes a nosedive. I think Cardano is in pretty good shape. So we're going to talk about liquidation levels first, kind of see where we're at there, and just kind of recognize a few other key factors too. So if you're new to the channel, welcome aboard. We've got a Trading Academy community and signals group if you're curious. It's all available on our Discord and Telegram. We took some nice profits from Cardano, good 22% in 15 hours over the weekend, and then of course in SUI long as well as 65%. Both gave very, very firm indications that we're going to see further upside. This one a double bottom. I think SUI had a bullish type of pendant pattern. So what we're looking at here for Cardano is some heavy liquidation above the price, 35 to 36 cents. That's been present for a while. So if you look at the bigger picture, this is the area that we've been wanting to hit. That's where our second profit target is for our current open trade. And that's a good place to consider securing profits. Again, the likelihood of us getting that level is higher, pending Bitcoin doesn't, once again, drop like a rock here, just because, again, we're consolidating nicely in this range. Even though Bitcoin's pulling back a little bit, Cardano is still making some nice parallel lows and highs. Okay, and that's usually a very good sign. Either way you look at it, more liquidation on the upside implies further upside potential. While it's not a guarantee, it's a statistical probability that's higher than not, right? So let's take a look at the daily time frame, kind of see where we're at here. With our SMAs, again, that we do have a resistance in that range. You got to recognize 35 to 36 cents is loosely a resistance based on SMAs, okay? We can also recognize, too, that we're right here at 50 on the RSI, but haven't fully broken yet. So these are not like bullish signs by any stretch. Money flow index is increasing, of course, stochastic swinging up, and with TSI getting closer to zero and MACD converging, these are generally favorable signs, okay? So all in all, looking pretty decent. We take a look at the 4-hour time frame as well. We can recognize it as excellent chart. That's basically where we got into our long position. And that's where we got confirmation, again, essentially testing that lower neckline there at that 0.618 fib level. Again, this is some macro fibs here. What we could do, actually, as a matter of fact, I'll post a playout chart here soon. Actually, why don't we just do this here? I'll still post the playout chart. But now that we're starting to increase and we broke through our local high, or basically our local low rather, as a high, we can see that we got some different fib levels here. So we'll focus on that moving forward. And then when it comes to the 4-hour time frame, I want to recognize a couple of things here. First things first, we're starting to see this kind of divergence or the oscillators cooling down. In other words, with the price action going sideways and RSI pulling back, with stochastic swinging down and MACD diverging, these are all signs that the price is more likely to surge higher. I know it sounds weird and it seems kind of counterintuitive, but it's actually beneficial because as the indicators cool off and the price stays in a range, we can see that support there at about 34 cents reaffirming itself, okay? And that implies that as we spend more time in this range, we're more likely to break out, and the likelihood of breaking to the upside is higher than breaking down. Once again, Bitcoin drops, different story altogether. However, at this point here, we look at Cardano and Bitcoin together. Let's go ahead and just get a quick little perspective here. Bitcoin's performing in a bullish type of pendant pattern, pulling back a little bit there, but also establishing higher lows. When we see Cardano, it's basically staying in its range while it looks a little different on the hourly time frame. We're kind of stuck within this range here. In fact, I'll go and pull this up a little bit here for our candlestick closures so we get better perspective there. But the general consensus here is this is a positive sign. Usually a rectangle like this that starts from the downside is more likely to continue upwards, okay? Again, just a statistical probability, it's not a guarantee, but we do look at the Ichimoku cloud. We can confirm that we are still in the support range. However, the lagging span and the conversion line, the baseline, they're all kind of intersecting and stuck in the price. So usually, in most cases, to be conservative, this is not really a good trading condition to take a long position. But me personally, based on the way things are looking and feeling in the market, not my feelings, but just the feeling the market is giving, the consensus here is that we're probably more likely to see further upside, okay? And that's my speculation based on Bitcoin likely to trend towards 58, 59,000 to sweep its upper level of liquidation. If you're not familiar, my playout chart here is available. You can see, though, there's a ton of liquidation for Bitcoin just above the price action. Okay, and that 10 to 20 billion in liquidation at 59K does make sense. The price is going to continue further up to finish its 1 through 5 pattern there for Elliott Wave 2. So again, while it's not a guarantee, it's just a larger probability. That's really all it boils down to. So that in combination with Cardano looking pretty strong, kind of breaking through its double bottom neckline, seems sensible. We're going to see further upside. Okay. So again, if you do take a loan, just make sure you watch it closely and monitor it. You consider a short, just recognize there's higher risk in that regard, and make sure that you also watch that close too, because this isn't the market to just set it and forget it and walk away. Granted, I do that with my swing trades, but I have pretty specific parameters that I set, and not everybody does that. Most people will just kind of jump in, don't even set a stop loss, and just hope for the best at 50x leverage. That's so stupid. I'm sorry to say. I'm not calling you stupid. It's just, your actions are stupid, right? There's a difference. So you can correct that behavior though, right? You can learn to become a better trader, more self-sufficient. Jump on over to our Trading Academy community signals group. Heads up to those who are in our community. I have a university tab here just to make it easy, so you can go ahead and access the university simply. Make sure you read through my signals guide, of course, and also tune into trade alerts. I have a coin calls section here where you can kind of register for certain coins that I'll be sending alerts for. So just heads up on that. It's all available for you, fully intuitive in our Discord. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. Thanks again so much for your time. Oh, don't forget to check out BTCC. Awesome exchange, nice secondary alternative to Bitunix. While they're not my favorite, they're a really, really solid second, mainly because they do offer, like practice as well as, what more so just paper trading. And they just have really good features there. I always recommend a day trading and a swing trading portfolio, 2 separate ones. So this might be a good alternative for you if you're considering either one. Again, it's best not to have access to all that if you're going to be wearing 2 different hats. All right, conversation for another day. Have a good rest of your day. Thanks, Simon, for your time. We'll see you soon.